2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to Budz Talking Budz. It's Sean. It's Jared. It's HT. How are we doing today?
Pretty good. Wrapping up 2022.
Exactly.
Wrapping up 2022.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Bro, it went by so fast.
Yeah.
What happened? A lot. Actually, a lot happened.
Too much happened. It was a busy
It was
year.
crazy.
Yeah.
This last week was Christmas. Was your Christmas good?
My Christmas was great. I had lots of family time. It was very, very kosher. Very, I don't know, fun. We played games and opened presents and did a white elephant. And it's been years. We used to do white elephant when I was younger, but this was a much different version of white elephant. Like it started out really friendly, where like nobody was really stealing anything.
Just white people away.
Yeah, but okay, but
Slower.
wait. Okay, so then we get to the end, right? And they're like, nobody's really stolen. Like 3 presents have gotten stolen after all the presents
Right.
are now open, and they decide we're gonna make it interesting. So they grab a plastic bowl, and a dice, and they set a 15-minute timer. And they just passed the bowl around the room. And if you roll a 1 or a 6, you get to steal something. But if you don't roll a 1 or a 6, you have to pass the bowl. So then people are rolling, stealing. And 3 steals, and then it's frozen. You can't
Right.
steal it anymore. So
That's how I played too.
it went fast, bro. And then
You like the dice idea?
I thought it was fun.
Spiced it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the truth. So in the beginning, when all the presents got opened, you look around the room, you see all the things, and you're like, okay, what do I like the most and what do I like the least? The present that I ended up getting was on the surface the one that I liked the least. So that was kind of of course I ended up with that one. But it was 680 pieces of double bubble. 680 pieces of double.
That's a great white elephant gift, though.
The gallon bins of double bubble, but then also was a $20 Amazon gift card and a really nice power deck for like phones and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And I was
Okay.
like, oh,
That's
I would have just taken this. But yeah.
It's a dumb gift for sure, but that's a great white elephant gift.
It was comic relief.
Yes.
We opened it. We were like, wow, that's a lot of gum.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
So it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have 600. I might bring one of the bins here.
I was just going to say that.
and
When I
just
would have
leave
saw
it
that.
in the break room or something.
If I got that white elephant, my initial thought was that's going to work, baby. Setting it on that break table.
100%. One of them's coming. Amy assured me, and she's like, "No, I'll eat them." I'm like,
Okay, we'll take you to the dentist.
"Yeah." Oh, she just went. So.
Yeah, well, let's just schedule another one because he's going to need it.
How was your Christmas?
Oh, it was a tough one this year. I had like a night before. I had this crazy fever, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a rough Christmas day. So, I guarantee my kids. I told them like, if you stay in bed till 6 a.m., I will come get you at 6 a.m. So at 5 a.m., I woke up, felt just terrible.
Dog shit.
So rummaged through the medicine cabinet, found some old Vicodin in the back, popped one Vicodin. It had to have been 5 years old. Ate an edible that I also didn't really know the whereabouts of where it came from. And this again at 5 a.m. on Christmas Day. So, but when 6 a.m. hits, I'm actually feeling okay.
Okay.
So I go into the bedroom and get them all up, get them out. You know, we got the presents thing open, and my whole mindset was just this: hold it together, hold it together. And we got all the, most of the presents opened, all that, and then I was straight back to like, I'm gonna lay down. I can't even watch the Christmas movie.
Win.
Yep, I got that 2-hour win. I was super dad in the morning for Christmas, and then back to taking
Super
naps.
dead.
Yeah, exactly. Back to taking naps. But
It's tough.
It is what it is.
But they were happy. That's all that matters.
They were happy. They got a Super Nintendo. This console, it's a new console. Looks like a Super Nintendo. It's smaller, except they made the controllers, the length of the controller, like 3 feet. It is terrible.
How long's the power cable?
Even like 2 feet. Oh. It was the shortest I had
So you need to get an extension cord to just get it to the couch.
That's exactly what happened.
Is it the same style, the old school plug-in?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's new.
I actually have 2 original extenders, the 8-foot ones. That, straight up, like in a bag in the drawer at my house.
Yeah, the new ones are they're the new. It's HDMI and some it's like an old the cell phone charger kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. But instead of having all the games on, or you have to have the games separate, like the other ones where you can blow in them. All the games are preloaded on there.
I just want you to know I still do that when I play Tetris. I have to pop it out and
blow it. Absolutely.
Never. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Dude, do you know that that nostalgia of blowing out a because that means that was live or die if that game worked.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was, or now it's like, oh, it's scratched. It's
honestly,
fucked. Like, no, just
exactly. But that's the crazy thing. Like now you have a CD that's scratched. Like it's done. It's done. Like you, no matter what you do, it's skipping, it's glitching. But like these old cartridges, like you can get those things to work perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just slammed them a few times,
you just gotta smack them
and then your parents are like, "What are you doing?" Like, it jolts something in the cartridge.
yeah, we don't know what it works, but
it's the same thing. Like leaning the controller to turn around a corner faster. It works. You just gotta try it. You gotta believe
it does work. But it's interesting on how you have like these almost like muscle memories from 20 years ago. I remember we were playing it that a little later on that evening. I had maybe taken a few more edibles and was back up again for my second wind in the evening. And so where I'm sitting there playing, and all of a sudden there's like the mushroom head drops to make your guy get big in Mario. And I just like instantly remembered how to turbo, and then I had the next thing when I got the cape and I'm up in the air and I'm like flipping things around. I'm flying things around, and the kids are like, how do you know how to do this? I'm like, I don't even know.
Just like the
like
memories there.
Yeah, these pathways were formed in my brain as like a little kid, and they're still there.
Hand me the controller back, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So then I was thinking like, oh my God, what do I need to teach my kids now at this age in life that they can take on like later in life that's not Super Mario 3? Like, do I need the piano, guitar? Yeah, something like that. Some sort of, little technical thing that they can actually use later in their life.
Muscle memory type.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
it's true though. After years and years of picking that, like not playing my Super Nintendo, pulling it back out, it was like, being a kid again and remembering where all the weird secrets were. And
I'm gonna be honest. I sucked the last time I played Super Mario. I went. It was at the bachelor party for my buddy.
Oh snap!
Yeah. So my buddy he had the same thing but a PlayStation style, and he jailbroke it. So it was like every game. Like there was one crap game, Steven Seagal Fighter, and with the worst game, like horrific. It was so bad. So we were doing that. So I was like, Super Mario. Finally, I wanted to play it. I was so bad. Maybe I was high. Maybe I was just bad. And I just kept trying to jump, and like I kept dying, and all my friends were like booing me off.
That's because you didn't have the original Super Nintendo controller. You were playing on a PlayStation controller.
Very true.
Yeah,
very
that's
true.
weird. Yeah,
that's what it was. That you didn't have that same muscle memory of that little controller.
I agree with that.
I mean, you can literally get the emulator on your phone and play it on your phone.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Not as fun. Not as fun to see that little gray unit up there with the purple sliders and
such a good colorway, gray and purple like that. That just takes me back.
Turns out we played it a little bit that Christmas Day. I don't know. It's been like a multiple days since Christmas. I have not seen them, or they have not asked me to turn it back on.
I'll take it. I'll borrow it.
I just don't think that they're.
I want to know what's on it. Yeah, so I'm like curious to see the
it's
list
funny.
of
You open it up and there was like fighting games. This is how it's broken down: fighting games, driving games, like action games, which would be like that was like Mario and stuff like that. And then there's like a few other ones on there, but I'll have to record the list because I was going through them. I didn't even know. I was looking for Mario Kart, which wasn't on there.
Oh, that should be.
That's depressing.
Yeah, because that was like the only one I was actually like, kids are gonna love this. But
I still have Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I wish this puppy would take old school cartridges. I'd be blowing in.
Yep.
Blowing Mario.
Just blowing them.
Just blowing Mario and Luigi.
Super Mario.
Is that how he got that?
He got that.
Well, my Christmas was good.
That's good. Yeah.
Drama free.
Good.
Oh, that's the win.
Edible free?
No, a lot of good enough. Yeah. No, so we went early in the morning. We had presents. Family came over. We just opened up the kids' presents and everything. Hung out, had breakfast. Everybody left by like 11:30. The kids and the wifey and I went and saw Puss in Boots 2. Good movie, actually.
I've heard good.
The animation is solid.
Downtown Slow?
Yeah.
Slow? Cool.
Yeah. So we did that. There's like only 4 other families in the theater. So it was like nice. Our new tradition we started last year. Simple, easy. And then went to my parents' out at 5. Dinner, Grandpa was there.
Oh, yeah.
Drama free.
Really?
Drama free again. Like, it was good.
Did he get him any red hats?
No red hats. My grandpa's not a red hat guy.
Okay.
I mean, no, not anymore. But like, no, it was good. It was actually great.
Was your dad around?
Yeah, my dad was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
Did he get the kids any red hats?
No red hats. It was good. No red hats.
What did I miss? You know what? Tell me later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were back where my family's from, my kids would have so got a hat that says "Make America Great Again"
Oh, he
in a,
would?
in
Oh,
a
really?
kid's version. My dad would have been like, "Here we go. Let's wear them out as a family."
You each get a shotgun. We're gonna go to the local Piggly Wiggly. No, it was great. Yeah. So, Puss in Boots. Good. Oh, I got brand new Crocs.
Oh, I saw them. They're like dress Crocs.
They're
They're
black.
shiny. They're black
black.
and shiny. I asked him if they're dress Crocs when he wore them in. He's
Okay.
wearing them today.
Man.
Yeah.
Look at
they're
them.
nice.
I see you. I see
I
you.
got socks. I told my mom I want socks. She got me 3 pairs of Stance socks. Good. $10 a socks.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like,
Socks.
they were nice. Yeah. Oh, you're wearing Nike.
Stance is where it's at. I threw,
they're
I threw all
comfortable.
of my socks away and got only Stance
Oh,
socks,
really?
all black.
So
the
I'm not
same-
weird.
No, you're not
Oh,
weird
yeah,
at all.
they're comfortable.
So now I only have one sock. They're all black. They're
That's my
all
goal.
Stance, and that's it.
That's my goal.
No matching socks.
Like
no nothing.
Stance? Like just
S-T-A-N-C,
normal.
something like that.
Yeah.
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 I did that about, I would say 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't had to buy socks since. They hold up like crazy.
See,
really?
Jasper keeps telling me to get the wool socks.
Well, you need, okay, you got to have a pair or two of wool, but don't wear it
What's
every
the company
day.
that
Smart
you
wool?
said?
Smart
Smart
wool.
wool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm
That's
learning
where it's
things.
at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Save.
No, that's how I want to get with a lot of things in my life. Like all socks, the same brand.
Yes.
Bird Dog shorts. They're a brand of shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I just want just 5 pairs of those, and then like 5 pairs of Carhartt
You're going to be
shirts.
Steve Jobs. Just
Dude.
to say your closet is going to look exactly the same.
I mean, that's what one thing that I do kind of miss about like some jobs. There was a set uniform, and you could just live by that.
Yes.
And even though it's so corny and dorky, but like it made the morning so much easier. You're like, oh, I know what I'm wearing. It's the same thing as yesterday.
yeah. How many times have you guys seen me not wearing a black Source polo and jeans?
Yeah.
Besides, like I wear a jacket over it.
Rare.
Rarely. Yeah. And that's the same thing. You like
Yeah.
walk in my closet, I have like 12 black Source polos and then jeans, and like, don't even think about it.
Yeah, don't even need to think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Crocs indoor and outdoor, right? Like I got my shoes, New Balance.
Crocs indoor.
They're comfortable.
Indoor Crocs?
Dude, they just, it just
Are they Uggs?
you're doing no, you're doing the dishes. You're in your Crocs, man. You go to the mailbox. You wear your Crocs, man.
So you have
Those aren't outside Crocs, though?
well,
I don't understand.
sometimes they interchange, but I try to keep what I did. The old ones, I cleaned them, and then they're going to stay inside,
There it is.
and then
Okay.
the new ones they stay out.
Okay.
Pushing cars out of mud.
No pushing cart. No, I should have pushed them out in my Crocs in mud.
Wait,
'cause they
were you wearing your Crocs that time that he
I was
buried?
wearing my New Balance, and they
yeah.
got ruined.
Oh,
Where
no.
if I wore my Crocs
Dude, hose them off.
with the straps, dude. That's engaged mode.
You should have done what I did.
Yeah, so that's engaged mode. So I would have probably took out that car by myself.
You
with
would
my
have pushed
Crocs.
that puppy out.
Yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
But I was just like wearing the wrong shoes.
I took my shoes off. I pulled up to that place and I instantly was like, whoa, losing the shoes.
Oh, no.
and I wish I did that. I just,
Yeah.
anyways,
That bad. Is that bad?
Oh,
Oh,
that car
deep.
was buried. We're talking about a Prius.
I heard the story. I just.
It buried to the frame
Just
in the
rained.
mud. Just rained, and the road. It was a crazy situation. It was great, and that actually happened again recently. I don't know if anybody.
I pushed it out.
Yeah, did push
you
it
push
out.
oh, that's so
Dude,
funny.
Daniel saves the day. Every time you turn around, somebody's like, I don't know, Daniel came in and saved the day.
Yes.
Oh, good shit.
That's so good. So,
Priuses do not have 4-wheel drive,
No,
everybody.
they should.
Oh, yeah, no.
I've been saying we should lift those puppies.
should.
Put some airbags on them.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty.
We put big old wheels. They wouldn't even be able to turn
Hell
them. The
yeah.
motors wouldn't even be able to turn them. Power.
Talk about that electric vehicle mode.
Yeah. Yeah, put in sport mode or
And
whatever
some
it is.
33-inch tires, baby. 33.
I'm sure there's some out there.
Oh yeah.
Super souped Priuses.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I've seen a few
sure.
comically ones. Where,
I've seen lifted El Caminos. Those are fun. Like
those can have big
Yeah.
motors in them,
Yeah.
and you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
them with like 305s, 350s.
Oh,
It's a good size V8 motor in
Yeah.
them. Absolutely, that was my dream car in high school. God, I want one.
There was a car I wanted to get a couple years ago, like 10 years ago, the AMC Eagle. It is a 4-wheel drive station wagon.
Yes, and they are always brown.
Oh, they were. It's so. It was in the paper. $7,000 for an AMC Eagle that only had like 30,000 miles on it. It was in a garage. Mm-hmm. I just didn't have the funds for it. But could you imagine me in a 4-wheel drive station wagon?
HD, you don't have a place to park your kids' bikes. That's fact. Let alone some car you're gonna drive like once in a while.
Oh no, that would have been my daily driver.
Daily
brother.
driver.
He would have parked it out front,
Shoot,
drove his
dang.
regular car here,
Oh,
got in
I
that
probably-
car, drove it to the back of the lot.
Yeah.
Come
No,
inside.
I probably would have just been like, I don't need your Prius. I'm going to take the AMC Eagle, baby.
God.
AMC Eagle. Look it up. It's a great looking car.
Or
Nah.
AMC. Go on.
So good.
I'm sure I would have got a parking ticket or something in the mail for it. Just today, I opened up some mail. Like, what is this thing?
Another one?
Yeah. And this one was, we had a rental for a while when one of the cars was down. Somebody got some sort of ticket in Paso, then
I wasn't in Paso.
I think I can break that down and figure out who that was.
it was with one of his most recent rentals because I was like,
so what is it like? Speed? Like got
it
pulled
actually
over?
didn't say what it was. It was well, to be honest, I haven't really fully read it. I just opened it this morning.
That
but
happens.
Yeah, I saw it was like $37. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but something happened. But it was from the rental car company, which I also thought was weird. So instead of like, if you blow through a toll in a rental car, which I've actually done that a bunch of times.
Never gotten a bill.
Yes, never.
You know,
gotten
it's
a
what
bill.
you randomly did earlier this year. You're like, I wasn't here, and it was on your way to Cali Select, and you got a toll one. Remember that? That was like the only one though.
Yeah, I think that did happen.
Me and my buddy drove over to San Francisco from Sacramento together, and we both were in rentals, and I never got one, and he did.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why.
Most rentals have like that fast pass thing up there, but you got to pay for it ahead of time.
I don't know. I was a Plus member.
That
Maybe.
might be it.
I don't know. It's free to join. I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh my God. But I was renting cars all the time, and the Plus thing like saved all your information. You can just walk in and show your car. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah,
Louis C.K. is a super funny bit about returning a rental car to the airport. And you obviously have to go through rental car return. That he just pulled up to the terminal, jumped out because he's running late for his flight, and just called the rental car company and was like, hey, your car's over here. Come get it. And they're like, sir, you can't do that. And they're like, I'm getting on an airplane if you want your car. It's parked outside the terminal.
oh my God.
I mean,
Damn.
I returned one on E
savage.
like 3 weeks ago. I had like pulled into a gas station, the last gas station before you get to the airport. I'd also, you're getting ready to get on an airplane. You gotta get high. You just have
a little
to.
bit.
So I had just smoked like 2 back-to-back pre-rolls. I was really trying to peak myself because it was going to be a long flight. Then I went to get gas and my card wouldn't work. They wouldn't take cash for prepay. It was like this crappy ass gas station. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Like I can't miss my flight. So I just roll up in there, return it on E, don't say anything. They never charge me for it. Normally it's like supposed to be $10 a gallon or something
Some
like that.
obnoxious fee.
Some obnoxious fee. But it was at a really busy airport. It's kind of like probably pre holiday travel. Like people are just getting out for the holiday travel and never came back to get me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Winning.
Yeah, because that's always a stickler with them. Like, oh, you don't fill it up to where you got it. Da-da-da.
Yeah. Yeah. What else?
So, this being our first podcast of 2023, that's really weird to say. We kind of wanted to talk about.
Oh, sorry.
Things that the Source and Budz Talking Budz are going to do this year because we want to grow in both businesses. Sean wanted to talk about our new venture in cannabis branding, canna branding. So you can jump in right in that.
Yeah. So we're kind of starting to like a brand incubator, I like to call it. We kind of took our own brand and we blew it up over the last year. I mean, we're selling millions of dollars in the first year of our own brand, which I think is pretty impressive. So I feel like we have we know how to do it. We have the knowledge, we have the ability, we have the sourcing, we have all of these things. So I've started to kind of reach out to some people and see if anybody wants to get a brand off the ground. There's a lot of people that are want to get into the cannabis industry, but they don't necessarily have, the capital to get a license, or maybe they don't know how
the knowledge.
The knowledge, how you would go about that. And so, we're looking for people that maybe have a following. Maybe you're a rapper, you're some music artist, you're an influencer, you're just a regular artist or something like that, or you're a business and you want to kind of branch into the cannabis industry. And so we're hoping to be kind of a brand incubator. We've started this wing of the company called Canna Branding, and it's where people would come to us and be like, yeah, I have this dream of having a vape cart line and a bunch of eights and pre-rolls. And so we'll work with you. We'll get the design dialed in exactly how you want it to look. We'll go source the flower. You can come to our facility, check it all out, pick out what you want to be in your brand. If you want some cornerstone strains, we have our partnered grow up in Mendo County, and if we tell them, hey, we will speak for this flower, they'll grow whatever we want. They'll go genetic hunt. They'll do anything for us. So we kind of have the ability to really blow somebody up, I guess, is really what we're looking for.
And you're looking for anybody that wants to do it. They could be as involved they wanted to be, or just as not involved as they want to be. So,
the hardest part of, I think this is the hardest part. The hardest thing in the cannabis industry right now is it's not finding flower, packaging it up. It's getting those products on people's shelves.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest game.
That's anything in retail.
Yeah.
General.
Yeah, exactly. And there's it's competition and there's prices. There's a lot of things
Shelf
to consider.
space.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if you're a person that already has that influence, that pull, and so say, I just keep using rappers because rappers love weed, and it's like, it's an easy thing. So say you're 3-6 Mafia, one of my favorite groups of all time.
Okay.
So say you're 3-6, or you're Crazy Bone, or whichever one's not doing Christian music now. Maybe Tupac decides he's not actually dead and he wants to come out.
He's in Bahamas.
Yeah, he's in Bahamas somewhere. Yeah, him and Bob Marley are hanging out. And Elvis, I think I heard he's not dead as well.
Yeah.
JFK, they're all probably smoking.
Oh yeah, JFK Jr.
Yeah,
Junior, he's still alive.
So you want to get in the game, and you people are going to know you. Like Mike Tyson, he has his own brand, and that's the perfect example of when people see that brand, they're like, oh man, I love Mike. Let me give that a try. Let me give that a try. So if you already have that recognition and you want to bring that into the cannabis industry, hit us up, DM me on my personal IG or on our we have a Canna Branding. I think it's Canna _ branding.
We'll get you directed to whoever you need to talk to.
Thank you, because I cannot remember my IG again. I don't know.
_Bean.
There's an underscore. There's a 1 in there.
Yep. It's too much, yeah.
Yeah, it's too much. I can't remember it. I should write it down every time.
We should.
But yeah, so if that would be one avenue of a kind of this brand incubator that we're hoping to build up. If you're, again, a famous person with following and you kind of want to get into the cannabis industry, but you don't know how to secure the best product, what the best packaging is like, and how to then get it to the dispensaries legally as well. Now we can handle all of that. Basically, you send us some cool design ideas like to go off of. We'll send you back a bunch of different designs that we can do. And then you work with dispensaries to get it on their shelves. We deliver it right to them. It's that easy. You can be completely hands off. You can be hands on. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
So yeah, I think it would also be really fun to work with some of these people, some of these artists. I feel like that'd be really fun. Also, if you're like a cultivator, say you're a grower, there's a lot of cultivators that I've met with over the years that they live in their greenhouses. They'll literally these plants are their babies. That's all that their entire life is the plant and getting it grown. So they can produce great products, but they don't know anything about
distribution.
Yeah, where you source packaging from, because that's a big thing. Is it's the supply chain of packaging from mostly overseas stuff to cut cost, and there's just a lot of intricacies with that. So we'll deal with all that. We'll deal with the design. We'll deal with the packaging. We'll deal with the distribution of it, all the logistics aspects of it. You can focus on growing the weed, but now you can actually take that weed that you grow, instead of selling it by the pound, which you make much less money if by pound than by eighth form. Bring us those pounds. Let's put it into your brand. Let's get it distroed out to all these different dispensaries. And now, as a cultivator, you can still concentrate on growing the plant, and that can be your main concentration point. But you're in 100 different dispensaries all across the state, and your revenue has probably doubled.
Right.
'Cause you're not-
I would say more than that, because it's kind of interesting, because I'm sure there's a lot of farms that have like a lot of, I don't know what, like trash. Essentially, like they grow so much, they don't sell enough of it. Some goes old. If you could take the extra stuff that you feel like you're not going to sell and turn that into something else, even if it was like, oh, these aren't the A Supreme buds, let's throw those B, C buds in some pre-rolls, grind them up and sell them for like a little bit cheaper or whatever. At least you're getting it out and you're not just throwing it away.
And like from a licensing standpoint, a lot of the cultivation sites, it's really hard to get some sort of manufacturing distribution license on your cult site as well. So yeah, they've spent $10 million to get this big cult site going. And they're like, oh shit, well, all we can do is just produce the dry weight, like we don't have anywhere else to go with it. So
Where we have that.
and we have that
the
other end to it.
licensing.
Exactly.
So how did we pertain that? And then why don't they just go get it? Just because of price?
Mostly facilities, because
Okay.
where the cultivation sites are just not like industrialized like the warehouse that we have
Yeah,
here.
that makes
sense. Yeah, I mean, and you're in the middle of nowhere up in Mindo. You're driving up in the mountains to get to this grow op, which is where a lot of them are. It's like, oh, there's no big concrete buildings out here where you could put manufacturing stuff.
Okay.
So they get it cured out, and then they just try to get it off.
Yeah.
But to your point, Jared, yeah, them losing that weight. So at the end of the basically at the beginning of the next grow cycle, so say people are starting to crop maybe September, October, you get a few months before that, people just blow out last year's, crop. Like, because at that point it's 8-9 months old and it's kind of browned up and nobody wants it. And now when you first harvested what you were selling at $700 a pound, you're going to blow out at $200 or $300 a pound.
Yeah.
If I was a grower, especially if you're just growing like hoop house outdoor stuff, maybe you're going to get 1 or 2 runs a year. It would be really, really cool to like get all your weight, boom, get it all packaged up, into your brand. And then now you have it's a nice, really stable 1/8 jars stored here in our facility out of the light, which now
That's a huge part. Yeah.
Exactly. And so now your shelf life is just increased substantially. And you could, as a grower, you could kind of just sit back and be like, hey,
Let me sit on this.
now we'll just keep like, the dispensary down the street's going to order 108s this week and 108s next week. And then as a cultivator, hey, you bust your ass really, really hard for those few months while you're cropping, and then you can kind of chill out for the rest of the time. So
Could you cultivate in September, October? When do you start growing again or going next?
right away, yeah. A lot of times you would crop. So it depends. If you're doing like light depths, where you're tarp and everything, they call them rips, which is like grows from a clone to harvest. So you'll definitely get 2 rips a year. Okay. Maybe 3. One of them's probably not going to be that good. So it really depends. But if you're like how we grow up in Mindo, which is mixed light, so you have the tarp situation, but you also have artificial lights down there.
Right.
That way, you still have kind of a little bit of a weak winter time grow, but you can kind of
Work around that?
Yeah, you get a few more grows. Actually,
Okay.
we were like 10 days ago. We were supposed to have 3 different strains that were ready to go, and they were sort of been cropped out and harvested. And because of just kind of lack of sunlight with the rain and it being wintertime, the grower up there hit us up and it's like, hey, I got to let these babies cook for another 2 weeks. So that's really rare. And a lot of times, a lot of plants are ready to crop in like 9 weeks, and we're at 12 weeks currently, and they're still letting them go, which is. That's why our quality is unbeatable, is because
It's awesome that they know.
Yeah.
That, like, they didn't just go, oh, it's time, let's cut them. Like,
and they hit us up and we're like, okay, cool. Please let them keep going. Like, we'll go source something to tide us over for these extra few weeks if we need to. I would much rather do that than have you come deliver 100 pounds to us that looks like crap in its really small little buds with THC super low because you harvested early. So it's kind of a little.
And that just shows that whoever is interested, or if you can tell somebody about this kind of branding, that we take our own product as as serious as possible, where we would do the same thing for your company or whoever we want to work with. So,
and you can be big or small too. I also want to say this as well. Like, so we're located on the Central Coast. We all live here. We all love this place. And so if you know somebody on the Central Coast, it's like, I got a lot of pull on the Central Coast itself. I just want to, get a brand in the Central Coast dispensary specifically. We would love to do that. Cool. You don't have to be 3-6 Mafia.
No.
Which I love, these rap references really show my age here. But you don't have to be that person. You can be, a rapper with 2 million TikTok followers or some shit like that. And
you can have a window shop and we will make the window weed for you.
Absolutely.
Like that,
You could do honky tonk music. I don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care. We just
if
we
you
want to
want
make friends and we want to make stuff. Yeah.
If you want a weed brand, hit us up. That's basically what we're saying. We'll make it so easy on you. You can have your hands in it. You can have your hands out of it. We just want to blow up brands, and we're good at it. We've proven that we're good at it. So hit us up.
It's just another venue that we just love this plant so much, which I do, that it just, the more we can do with it, just showing and growing this plant that had been demonized for so long. And the fact that we can do this now is awesome. So
okay. One other point on here. If you are a dispensary, so anywhere across the state, you're a dispensary, and you want a house brand, let us know. That's another thing that we specialize in is making house brands for different dispensaries. So you can come to us. You can get indoor eights, outdoor eights, pre-rolls. We're getting ready to launch our vape cart situation. So it's like, whatever if a customer orders from your delivery service, or a customer walks into your dispensary, they go home to their house and they smoked on this vape cart for a few days, and then they're like, oh man, where'd I get this at? The best way is to look at the packaging or look at the cart or look at it, whatever, right there, and see that dispensary's name on there.
Right.
So if you're a dispensary and you want a house brand, we specialize in that too. We'd love to blow you up.
it's that what I've heard from you guys, white labeling.
That's white labeling.
Okay.
Yeah, that's white labeling. So that'd just be like, we will help develop your brand.
Hell yeah.
White labeling or private labeling,
Private
either way.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
It's dope. Actually, it's really fun.
Well, could you and Jasper been working a lot with it too? Right?
Yeah, we actually went to a couple companies and talked to some people, and it's just cool to touch base with other companies, talk to people about cannabis and how the direction that they're going in and what people want to do. It's just it's really amazing to be a part of.
Right. And you seeing a lot of interaction. People were happy about it.
Oh,
and everything.
Yeah, plus the stuff we make is awesome.
Yeah.
It's hard to deny. I had to. Jared just walked in. So there was a local dispensary that we were kind of hoping to work with. So we designed up packaging and printed it all up and legitimately made prototypes for them with bomb ass weed in there and just dropped it off at their facility. And they were like, hey, smoke this up and let us know. And it had to be really cool for a company to be just open their door, some random person walks in, next thing you know, they pick up a product that's got their name, their logo, their color scheme on there, and then they pop the lid and it smells like it's harvested yesterday and super fresh, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I've spent, I don't know, a few months just hitting up people, talking to people, and making connections, and it's been a great learning experience.
Hell yeah.
Yep. 2023 Canna branding, baby. If you want your brand blown up, let us know.
Let's go. Speaking of 2023, New Year's resolutions, boys.
Oh God.
Do we have any?
Okay. I did. It's so funny. End of November, I rarely scroll through Facebook. I'm not really much of a Facebook fan. No offense, but I just see a lot of
so much offense over here.
It's just anyway, not the point.
If you want to see my grandma yell at my cousins, get on Facebook.
Yeah. See, and that's what I feel like. It's just a bunch.
I'm not on
anyway,
Facebook at all.
Not the point. I went on there to look at some cool stuff, and I saw this thing. It was 3,000 push-ups for St. Jude for the month of December, and it was this challenge. You do it. People donate money, whatever. I thought it was really cool, so I jumped into it just to do the challenge and see, and why not? Have fun with it. And I finished it today. It was awesome.
Literally right before we recorded.
Yeah, right behind the table. He was pushing it up.
The last 40 I had to do, I was I'm just gonna knock him out real quick. But so I'm excited. It was fun to do that. It was a nice challenge, and I'm gonna try to continue it on in the coming months with a new challenge for each month.
That's cool. That is so cool. And it keeps it fresh too, because you just be like, yeah, for all year I'm doing X amount of push-ups per month. It'd be like,
It'd be boring. Yeah.
it'd be really
So,
boring. Yeah.
Different things for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
like, and the push-up thing started, like, it was fun. Like, my friends and I used to do the push-up game all the time. Like, we had it for everything. Like, we would have, like, a barbecue at the house. Everybody would have some food, some beers, and we'd be playing pool for, like, hours. And we would have rules. Like, you lose a game of pool, you do 15 push-ups. If you, like, knock over
would've
somebody's
hated
beer.
it.
Like, not everybody was forced, but
Yeah.
we made rules too. Like,
It's
if
cool,
you
though.
if you had to look at the board to see how many push-ups you owed for whatever discrepancy that you made, like, you had to add 10 push-ups to the end of whatever you owed now. So it's like, it was fun, but we were doing it all the time back then, and it was just like a thing we did.
It's better than drinks. It's better than being like, hey, you just lost this pool game. You need to shotgun 3 beers.
Yeah.
And you know,
I mean, that's how I
teenagers.
play.
That's when you just get worse and worse.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I mean, even like one night I did like 450 push-ups when we were playing pool because and I feel cocky for saying that, but like because they made me do them when I won, and I went around like the whole house like 3 times, and by the time I got to the end, my arms were just like.
Yeah.
How could you even be playing pool after that?
I was like, yeah, it was really. So I like at a certain point, I just gave up. I literally was
like,
just,
I'll just give the table up. Somebody else can have it.
can't do it anymore.
That's so funny. So yeah, so you can do like burpees 1 month.
So
Sit-ups
yeah,
1 month.
sit-ups, planks, pull-ups. We talked about pull-ups.
Sprints.
Would you say sprints?
Sprints.
I guess I could do suicides in the
What did you
shop
think I
or
said?
something, but
You could do suicides in the shop.
Like,
You
there's
so could.
So much space. There's
Yeah.
like double suicides for a
Yeah.
basketball court.
Yeah, no, I just. Oh, what is it across? It's a little less than 100 yards.
Is that what?
Yeah,
So a
from
football
end to
field.
end.
When
It's-
you do- when you
It's
do
a
a full
football
suicide?
field.
No, the shop, the interior
that's
shop,
what
because
you're
I was
saying.
shooting my bow.
I figured that's why you
That's
knew.
exactly how I knew. I have like a rangefinder, and so I was seeing how fun. I remember I got to 60 yards, and I hit the concrete wall a few times, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stop wasting $10 arrows."
Yeah,
Speaking
that's
of
brutal.
bow and arrow, we got my daughter a wooden fake bow and arrow thing.
Oh, nice.
And she's been shooting it outside.
You got.
I love it.
Set up the stuffed animals. That's what we
I
do.
wanna go.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, and
wanna go out.
instead of I'm so fucked up, but so instead of drawing like bullseyes, because my kids have little bows too, and they're so weak that like we put like a few layers of cardboard behind it, and that's what stops it.
Yeah.
But instead of drawing bullseyes on there, I draw animals, and then I draw their organs inside of their bodies.
No, you're a good dad.
And I'm like heart shot, you know.
If you want to survive, you will kill that rabbit.
Yeah. That's an elk. You see how that heart sits lower right there in his chest?
I actually know a little bit. I'm not professional by any means. I know a little bit of that knowledge because of hunting video games. They have it where like the heart glows where you need. So I know it's like kind of right in your area. So it's smart.
Yeah.
That's good. We need to go hunting now.
I'm down.
I would love to.
I just go shooting.
We could just go.
We need to go to that
target practice.
Yeah, there's the place between
Highway 1 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
between Morrow
yeah.
and Slow.
Yes.
And they have a bunch of like foam dinosaurs and stuff, and that's really fun too.
What about
Well,
like
they-
one Friday after work? On
They
the
do
way home?
skeet shooting.
Yeah.
They do
like,
skeet
we-
and everything.
We leave around the same time. I
Yeah.
can stay for an extra hour. We could leave together and
Yes.
hit it up on the way home.
That sounds really fun.
That
That
would
sounds
be
fun.
dope.
Yep.
That's a good date, guys.
And then we
Yep.
could drive right down the street to Dairy Creek and play some pool.
Yeah.
And have a beer.
and
And hit a few
Top
range
Shot.
balls.
yeah, and hit a few range
and
balls.
hit
Yeah,
a-
I would
yeah.
be. We could set the appointment and do like all
the above.
like hit the range, do top tracer, play some pool, have some
Yeah.
beer.
Hey, Budz talking Budz bonding
Grouping?
time.
Grouping?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Any resolution for you, boss?
I got some stuff. I'm going to announce this on the podcast. I am not smoking in January. Silence. So yeah,
Good
I don't know.
for
I'm going
you.
to try to stay strong. I
Moment of
usually
silence for the
do.
boss, please.
Yeah, please. I usually do sober October. Can't remember what I had going on in October this year. That I
You were busy. It was just a busy
something was
time.
going on. I got a few travels
It
going
was the
on
month
too.
before November.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like we.
Yeah, and it was like after September,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
it's just like it's
come
one of
on.
those months.
Well, you just went to, where did you go? You went out of the country,
yeah,
like at that time.
And it might have been that. I don't remember where I was going, but I know I was like, I'm not taking this in October.
Who came up with October? Like, I mean, okay, kind of rhymes, whatever, but that's not the point. Why October?
It was where I found it out was Joe Rogan's podcast. Him and his friends, like it's probably been 5.
I think 5.
About 5 years ago was the first year that they did it, and then I did it too.
Yeah, like 18, 2 years before the
But
pandemic.
it's Halloween. Like, who's
Yeah.
That's the whole
like
point.
pick a.
That's why Ari Shafir hates it.
Yeah, that's it. That was
I-
part of
party.
it too. Yeah.
I'm like, why? Pick another month. What's a month that doesn't have
That's the
anything?
whole point.
March?
That's the whole
no,
month.
Yeah,
that's
that's
spring break.
that's my birthday, but that would be good too. Yeah, so I'm going to do it in January. My wife's going to, she just has glasses of wine at night or whatever with dinner and that type of thing.
So she's going to go full alcoholic while you go sober.
That's hilarious. She's going to do so. She's going to do sober as well. So
Oh,
we've been
damn.
talking about this for a while, and she was so against doing it on the same month. She's like, we're going to kill each other. And,
okay.
and I was like, no, honey, we can support each other. And she's just like, you're full of shit. Yeah. She's like, you're going to be an asshole for like a week. But I convinced her.
Good.
I ultimately I won. I was like, no, we can support each other. I'll text you every day. And she's like, well, I'm not drinking wine in the middle of the day anyway.
Well,
and,
she's doing it wrong.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just telling you to text me. That's really what I want. This whole thing is just to get somebody to have to answer to.
Yeah, it's going to be hard and be like, oh, man, I'm going to go home, smoke a joint. And you're just be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to have tea.
Yeah.
Don't worry, boss. I'll text you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Yeah. But hey, so
Text him me smoking a joint.
No, come on.
hey, to our 18 listeners.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, I think we have 46
Yeah,
subscribers
yes,
on YouTube,
yes,
so
we do.
46. We're going to start smoking on the podcast.
We are?
And
We are?
I almost used that as an excuse to not do sober January because I was like, oh, well, can't do sober January because, I really want to start smoking on the cast.
I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
I like that.
I'm really excited about it because I haven't smoked flower since 420, and I feel like I've been waiting for this singular moment
Well,
just
wait
to
until
be
your
super
last-
lit on the podcast.
February 1st.
Yeah. So, so in Feb, the first podcast we do first podcast we do in February, we're smoking on the podcast.
That's the one. All right.
I second that motion.
Flowers come almost a full year. That's great.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, we got to get planned in the 420 party.
Already.
Yeah.
Gotta do
It's,
it early,
it's already
boss.
4 months away.
Yeah.
This year.
Hey,
It's fucking-
Sav, if you listen to this, the Shop Mama, get planned in the 420 party.
It's time.
Yeah. Shout out to Sav really quick. We did Secret Santa. We had great decorations this year.
Everything.
Grinch.
I swear it
The Grinch
feels
theme.
so homey in here.
It
the tree,
does.
like all the decorations every time, people's birthdays. The woman has a list of all of our birthdays.
Yeah.
And she keeps track of this. Like new employees coming in, like
Yeah.
makes everyone feel welcome. It's really awesome.
So Savannah, thank you for making everybody feel special. Much
you.
appreciated. Yeah.
Awesome. My New Year's resolution, all it is my wife put the exercise bike in the living room, so I have to stare at it.
You
It
hang
might
your-
be a
hang your
nice hat
fucking
rack.
clothes on
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be a hat rack. So no, I think my wife got the Peloton free trial for the video. We got on the road crew, so
it's like actual Peloton?
yeah.
Oh.
No, we don't have the Peloton bike, but we're using the service for the
that's
trainer.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Like $12 a month or something.
Yeah.
You get that trainer that you can just put on our Roku TV.
Well, you
and-
don't waste that $12 now.
Yeah.
No, it's the free trial. So.
Well, here's my account. Follow me. It's SB and Cali.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a Peloton too?
Oh man,
And,
he's told me stories, and I can't.
You can't. People can barely. I go fucking nuts on that thing.
He's like the full, like just straight full send all the time.
I cover up. So like the
Oh,
screen.
so you're going full like wrestling mode.
Yeah, because people like the motivation
So insane.
of like the
person.
The person. I cover the entire screen up, the whole thing. So I have a little timer to tell me when I'm done. And normally they're like, okay, out of the saddle, like crank it up a little bit. Hell no. I crank that resistance up way high and then just go as hard as I can possibly go for like if it's a 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute, whatever the
So you're not even
competition
listening to
is.
the guy.
Never.
Then why even?
Because you're competing against other people.
That's why you want to do it.
Exactly. So the
Okay.
only time I ever moved
So there is no like silent version? You think that they would just have a race mode?
No, because that's kind of the whole thing. I think they may do have a race mode. I just like the competition thing, so I'll
Yeah,
check
that's
a
what I'm
few
saying.
times to make sure that am I winning? Am I still winning? Am I winning?
Just crushing it.
Yeah, exactly.
The only one of the reasons why I kind of want to do it is because one of the podcasts I listen to, part of my take, one of the guys has like T-shirts that say "Buns of Anarchy" because it's their bicycling crew, like him, a guy named Booger McFarlane, old football
football
player,
player, yeah.
stuff like that. Like they have a group called the Buns of Anarchy, and they have like shirts that like a Peloton, like somebody riding a Peloton, but it looks like a Sons of Anarchy cut.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
On
It
the
makes
back.
your ass hurt
Yeah,
too, so I could see
yeah, that's
that.
why.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I do it, I'm gonna get one of these shirts, you know. So, but I have to actually do it.
Yeah, you need to ride 7 times and you
yeah,
can get a shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll
Earn it.
I'll
Earn
tell,
it.
Yeah. I'll tell my wife.
I was
that.
gonna say 10. I was give you a little break.
Yeah, I like the 7. I like the 7. Awesome. Well, that's it for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Like we said, if you are anybody that wants to be on our podcast, or you know somebody that would like to be on our podcast, all our DMs are open.
Yeah, hit us up.
We just any of us, and then as well, it's Canna Branding. Wherever you send it to you, our personals or not, we'll send it to the right person, and then we'll get you situated.
We're not overly. Our DMs are not full.
No,
So just hit
we're
one of
not
us
going to
up.
lose you.
Yeah, we're not going to lose you.
We're not going to lose you by any means.
But yeah, like she said, if you want to come on the podcast, if you got some, cool weed stories, just cool stories in general. We just like to hang out with cool people.
Yeah.
And you're on the Central Coast, hit us up. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah, and if you're discouraged because like, oh, I'm not really into cannabis, but I want to be on the podcast, totally fine too.
Cool.
We just we want to talk to good people.
Yeah, we're going to
hit
dose
us
you
up.
with edibles. I mean, we'll dose you with edibles before
Hell
and see
yeah.
what happens. But,
Especially after February 1st. Perfect. Well, as usual, IG Budz Talking Budz. That's BUDSTALKING BUDZ. I haven't said that in a while. The source.cc for the source. We're on the YouTube, the source slow. We're trying to maybe switch that in the future. And our website, if you're on the Central Coast, Paso to Santa Barbara, thesourceslow.com. Get you a weed
Get your weed.
in under an hour.
in under an hour.
Let's go.
I mean, it's 5 minutes or less
It's
sometimes.
probably me at the computer. So.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm like so a lot of the dispatchers will do like that. Oh, okay, it'll be less than 30 minutes, and I'm like, it'll be there in 5 to 15.
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
like legit, like
Yeah.
expect it.
Yeah.
But that's almost shitty because some of them are like, it's been 16 minutes.
We do
So-
know. See, and like I like if it's like the one order and you're 2 blocks away, 5 to 15 is a pretty
Yeah.
good consensus.
Totally.
Which happens. I guess we're like
Yeah.
it's all about the spot that you sit in.
Yeah.
If you pick a nice, good like spot,
The final note, I've been lately like waiting 10 minutes. If I'm like, that's my only order, I don't go right away because some of them do get mad. They're like, "Oh, you came so fast, I wasn't getting everything."
Well, get fucking ready.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, shoot them a text.
I try.
Hit
You
'em
know,
up, be like,
Hey, it's HT. I'm at your
it's
ney's.
HT,
I'm at Jimmy next door.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
just
I mean,
Are you
I
good?
figure it
You're
out.
good to go, right?
But, like,
I'm ready.
it is. Some of them are like, whew, because they're, especially in Los Osos, everything is so close. I'm like, yeah, I'm 2 minutes down the road.
It's true. But we're just busy. We're busy.
No,
all the
we're
time.
happy.
It's fun. I love
Yeah.
this place.
So everybody I hope you had a New Year's Day yesterday. Have a good New Year from us at The Source and Bud Talking Buds.
Stay high.
Say hi.
with that, the 2022 season comes to an end. Good night.